Alright guys, now we're going to start on the hubs. This will be the beginning of part 3 of the axle rebuild. And what I've done here is I've already started here, and it's a little rough right around here where the seal goes. And you don't want roughness because it's going to leave a void and then fluid's going to get past it. So I've started out with a 80 grit just to start off with to get the rough part, and we're just going to go around it here and smooth it out the best we can with the 80. And you don't want to get crazy with it. And then we're going to take a 220 and we're going to go around it. Alright, then we've got this really fine stuff. I think it's like a 1200. It doesn't really say on the back of the roll, simply because that part of the roll is not the part that has the size on it. So it feels like it might be about a, I don't know, it could be a 600. And then we're going to go across this. We're going to do that a little bit. And then we're going to turn it around and do the bottom side. And then we're going to turn it around and do one side. And then we're going to do the other side. Alright. Now I'm only going to show you guys one side. We're going to go ahead and do this side, get the axle in it. And now that feels fairly decent. It's the best I'm going to get it. Then I'm going to take just a little smidget of grease, and we're just going to coat around that. And the reason for this is to allow the seal to slide on without damaging the seal. Because trust me, they're not cheap enough that we can afford to mess one up. And then you want to get some on the side here. Alright, while we're at it, we're going to go ahead and coat this. Alright. Now we're going to go and pack the bearings and get it ready to go on here. So we'll meet you at the bench. Alright guys, now I've already put some of the bearing grease on the bottom when I put the seal in it, and basically what we're going to do is the same thing I've done to the bearings on the differential. Is we're going to just put a little coat on it just to give it a kickstart until the oil or the rear end grease gets up to it. So they'll mix just fine. You don't want it to be running dry until you start moving the vehicle around and flushing it around. So this keeps it from being dry before that starts happening. And I think it's a good idea. I mean, the wear would be so minimal it wouldn't be all that big of a deal, but I like to take the extra mile and do it this way. So basically all I'm doing is I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to smear a little bit on it. No big deal. Alright, then we're going to take and put just a smidget, yeah, I like to use that word smidget, around the seal. That allows that seal to slide up on there without damaging it. Same thing we did to the spindle that this goes on. And that'll allow it to slide right up on there without damaging it. And then I'll just take both of these, put my bearing in there. Hey, like my rag, my old sweatpants that got so stretchy that you put them on and they fall off. Now you don't pack these bearings like you do a front bearing on a, like a two-wheel drive. These are different. The oil from the rear end lubes these. So now put all these bolts back in it. Alright, then we grab our socket that fits it, which is that one. These are them supposed to be lock ones. You got right hand and left hand. So put them in there, put them in there, put that down in there on that one. And back out to the truck. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and install the hubs. Told you we was going to have to take these bolts back out. Now, we're going to slide these up on there. And you want to twist while you're going up on there. that one. Stick a bearing in there. Now this one here is left-handed threads. So there's really no way of getting these wrong, because one's left-handed threads and one's right-handed threads. Now we're going to tighten this with hand. Alright, then we're going to back it off just a hair, just to loosen it up. And there we have that one. Alright. Then we'll go get the axle and put it in. Now, when we go to put this one in, you want to take a little bit of grease and just smear it around there. And the reason for this is because there is a seal around that. Let me go get some more grease. I forgot to bring it out. We're going to put a little bit of grease around this O-ring. And that's just to protect it while you're trying to push it into the slot. Now there's really no reason to use any RTV gasket maker because it's got an O-ring. So now this one here will slide in. Now this one here is the long one. You have a long one and a short one. And you kind of hold down on it so that it goes into this hole. There it goes. Alright. Now we can go ahead and put our bolts in. And I forgot my 9/16 socket. Alright, let me go get my 9/16 socket. Now guys, if you guys like the content that you're getting on my channel, and I hope you do, don't forget to hit that fan funding if you feel compelled to do so. it'd be greatly appreciated, and it helps the Bison Workshop bring you guys more videos. And also, I wanted to mention, I have started a new group on Facebook called the Bison Workshop Group. And you guys are more than welcome to come on over and post anything any projects that you have. If you do. If not, if there's something that you're doing and you need advice on, just get with anybody on the site or on the any member, and I'm sure we'll all be glad to help you out. Same logo as the Bison Workshop, so just look for that logo, and here it is. Alright, that will end this part of the axle rebuild, and you guys have a good one. Later.